Hello? 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 How y'all doing? Hello, Iris. Hello, Void. I hope you sleep well, Void. Hello, Canty. Hello, Dano. Welcome on in, friends. It's so great to have you here. Whoa. Vapor Skull, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. We're just getting started with my redebut. Just getting started. And I'm glad you like the overlays, Iris. I wonder who did them. Go follow Iris. Go follow Iris. She made my overlays. Yeah, my ears are wiggling. Yes, Iris did my overlays. Thank you again so much, Iris. They came out beautifully, and you did an amazing job. And I'm very glad you liked them. My ears are super wiggly right now. I'm glad you like. I love them. I love them. My girlfriend likes your ear physics. Hold on, where are they? They're so wiggly. Yeah, welcome to the Redebut, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's very good to see y'all. I'm not nervous at all. I doubt you can tell. I'm very nervous. How about we do this? Just a little more. Not at all. Yeah, I'm not nervous at all. Um I'm glad y'all like the ears. Do you like how expressive they are? How about we go up a little more? Wow, my eyes open. Oh wow. I am looking. I am looking. What are you doing with those big old peepers? Yeah, thank you for all the eyes. It's perfect. I'm so nervous. Okay, should I just do it? Should I just do it? How do you want to see the model, chat? Chat, do you want to see my new model? Yeah, you do? You want to see the rest of the wiggles? Not not like the fruit salad wiggles. I mean my wiggles. Okay. Hello. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Hello. Did you see it? Do you see my wing? Yippee! I don't know why my what's going on? I don't know why my eyes are being so funky. It's probably because I'm smiling a lot and I'm really happy and it can tell. But yes, this is my new model. It is beautiful and I love it. I love it so much. I can show you all the expressions that it has. But first, I gotta uh, credit the people who made it. Must boop. Why am I sad? Be sad. Yes, you must boop me. Ah, I've been booped. I gotta make a boop redeem sometime. I gotta make a boop redeem. Um, but yes, this model, the base was made by Skip 4D, who does amazing 3D work. Their models are so cool. Um, you know who also does amazing 3D work? It's Iris. Go follow Iris. I already shouted her out, but go follow her. Yeah, Skip and Iris do amazing 3D work, so you should go follow both of them. Iris doesn't make models yet. But one day, I believe in her. And yeah, and the texturing and the rigging was done by my friend Jacques, another bat YouTuber, a bat cat. He's super cool, and you should go support him too, because he is also really good at doing model stuff. Yeah. And here's the thing, guys. Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Look at me. I have a whole body. My arms are really stiff, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just standing here. I'm just a little guy. Little guy alert. I'm just a little guy. Now it won't do the sad face. No, that's angry. There we go. It's not working. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just a little guy. Look at me. I'm just a little guy. No, I'm not sad or angry. I'm happy. Are we dancing? Thank you for the dance, Canty. Thank you, thank you. We do need a little dance break. But yeah, I'm gonna flip the model around a little bit. It's gonna look kind of funky, but I want to show you everything. You want to see the side? I'm a little bit bald on the back, but that's okay. Abito Mori, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. You look at my face, not my butt. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We're just getting started with my redebut. I'm showing off my new model. You're the girlfriend? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, girlfriend. I assume Dano's girlfriend, who likes my ears. Here's some ear wiggles for you. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Very nice model. Thank you so much. Yes? Okay. Well, welcome. It's very good to meet you. Squish that bap. Yes. I am so squishable. Excuse me. Anyways, oh, flying around the screen here. I show you my big ol' wings. They're a little stiff too, but that's okay. I think they look really cool. My big ol' wings. And then I got my little tail. My little tail. I can't wiggle my butt a whole lot with the locomotion settings I have right now. Oh, here we go. I have to move a lot to get my butt to wiggle. Yeah, I also want to show you, hold on, the beans. Oh god, oh god. VTuber technology. Oh god. Look at my beans. And only my beans. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh god. Don't look at anything else. Just look at the beans. Aren't my beans cute? Oh, and you can see my hand beans too. And my claws. Yes, I got them good beans. And I think the tail is so cute too. Hold on. I need to reset my body. Ah! Did you see it? The beans! And my knees. Did you see my beans? Hold on, these controls are super weird. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you my tail. I love the tail. It's so cute. Alrighty. I'm gonna go back over here. But yeah, that's the new model. I wanna go over um the expressions. You've seen some of them already because it automatically does some based on what my face looks like this. When I get really pissed off with a game, that's the face I make. That's angry. And then there's sad. For when the game makes me sad. Or when I'm just a little guy. And then when I'm really happy, it makes another face and my eyes close like this. Yeah. I think it's so cool. But I have even more expressions. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Get a load of this. I can blush. Got a cute little blush when chat is complimenting me. This is me when chat is complimenting me. um, I can when chat says something cringe. I can I can do this with my mouth. Stream, hi buns. Welcome, welcome. I'm 3D now. Look at me. Look at me, blep. Yippee! But yeah, there's also the blep. We got the cringe. We have this one. This is when I'm just done. I'm all done. I don't know why my eyes aren't. There we go. Me when I'm done. Congrats on Redebut. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm very happy. Um, it looks hella cool. I know, isn't it awesome? I did not make it. But one of my friends did the texturing and rigging. So you should definitely check them out. And you should check out Iris. Because she made my sick overlays. And there's something that we haven't gotten to yet. Um, what else do we got? I have a frown. That's me frowning. I have a grin. I like this one. I have such a cute smile. Shocked? This one's good. This is a good expression. It's like, what did chat just say? Why are my eyes being weird? There we go. What did chat just say? And I can. Oh, wink. I can wink. It gets a little weird when it thinks my eyes are closed, though. There we go. Why does it think my eyes are closed? I have to. I'm trying to adjust my webcam. Oh well. Yeah, those are all the things that um my model can do. I think it's really cool and I'm so happy with it and the people who made it did such a good job and my overlays look so cool and I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so excited. um but yeah, that's the model. we got the overlays. I can show off more of those soon. But something else I want to go over before or after I drink my coffee is the merch. Merch time. Okay, I need coffee first though. Okay. Oh, look at all those little irises. So many. An army. Okay. Let's check in a couple of things. And think I think we're gonna go look at my merch store. How does that sound? You guys want to see the new merch? Merch, 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 merch. Thank you, Iris. I'm gonna pin that actually. Um, merch. Okay. Yeah, let's look at the merch store together. And I'll show you another one of my scenes. Oh, and we have a new transition. I forgot about that. It is one that I've used before, but like, there we go. Now my position's a little better. Okay. Hold on. I need to set up something real quick. Okay, that should be good. But yeah, this is a transition that I've used before, but it matches the overlays really well, and so I'm using it again. Okay. Let me get the capture working. Hello? There we go. You can see my mouse. That's okay. Oh yeah, okay. So, um, yeah, that's the link to the merch store. At any point, you can type in exclamation point merch and it'll take you here. But yeah, I'm using Fourth Wall. Oh, an ad is starting soon. I'm using Fourth Wall for merch. I've heard good things, and so far I really like it. And hopefully it works well, and you guys like it too. Um, oh yeah, hold on. I need to pin a different message actually. Doo, doo, doo. Um, thank you for that ban, Iris. Okay, we're pinning this. Hello? It's not working. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Now Twitch isn't working. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's get back to merch. Sorry about that. I meant to set that up before stream, but I totally forgot. Yeah, we have new merch. If you want to order some, you can use the code launch20 for 20% off of your order. Isn't that cool? Um, Also, we have something else that will get you a discount, but we'll go over that later because it's at the bottom of the website. Okay, so this is the main page you land when you get to the work, excuse me, the merch site. It has some of my links. It lets you know if I'm streaming, which is really cool. Up in this corner, you can barely see it, but um, and then over here we have links to all the different types of merch that I sell. You can select your currency. You can go to my website, um, or you can check that out. That is for something we will look at later. Um, yeah, I have new merch. Here's some of the designs that I sell on stuff. Featured products, we'll go there after. But this is what I was talking about before. We have new memberships. If you have been on my Ko-fi, you you have seen my memberships probably. And these are all the same price, but with a little bit of different rewards. Um, so the $1 a month tier is just general support. Um, and I'll explain this in a second. And then starting at $5 a month, you will start to get discounts on merch, and yeah, each tier gets a discount on merch, from 5 to 30%. And then starting at the kilobat roll, our membership, which is the $5 membership, um, you can get an exclusive Discord role and private channel access. So yeah, in the Discord server, I have some private channels just for fourth wall members. If you want to support me that way, um, but yeah. So under, I'll show you some of my favorite merch items in a second. But if you click those, or if you look at my memberships, you'll see something that says gift to Twitch chat. Um, so you can gift memberships and merch to my Twitch chat if I'm live. So like you can buy a year of membership for someone. Um, you can buy a month of membership for someone, and then it's kind of like a raffle in the Twitch chat. It's so cool. I'll show you. Oh yeah, the ad is starting in 45 seconds, by the way. Um, but yeah, you can do that with merch as well. But you can also send me donations on Fourth Wall. I need to figure out how to set it up so that it notifies me on stream. Because the only way they have that you can do that is through Streamlabs or Stream Elements, and I don't use either of those. But yeah, you can actually send me a donation. I'll get a message with it. Yeah, super cool. Really nice. We got memberships. Now let's look at some of my products that I'm selling. Let's look at the products. Okay, let's click this one just so we can see the gift to chat. So yeah, here's one of my magnets. I'm selling magnets, by the way. um, it's my little TBH creature. Put it on your fridge. Stick me on your fridge, as I wrote, or on your hard drive. Actually, don't do that. Do not stick it in your hard drive. Um. But yeah, there's different sizes of magnets. But yeah, you can gift to the Twitch chat. Oh god, don't go to checkout. I don't want it to show my address or anything. Um but yeah, you can gift it to a Twitch chat, and then it's kind of like a raffle will start in the chat, and a one lucky winner will get a magnet. Like, you'll actually get merch from me. I think it's really cool. What else do we got? I have a logo magnet. I think those are the only magnets that I sell. Let's actually go through by category. So let's go through the other category first. Okay, so we went over the 2 magnets. I also saw a notebook. I actually ordered one for myself, but it hasn't arrived yet because I didn't order it uh, too long ago. Um, but yeah, it's a dotted notebook, and I'm super excited to get it because it looks great, and I think it's really cool. It has my logo and a picture of me on it. Um, what else is in that category? We have a tote bag. You can tote stuff around in a bag with my face on it. Um, it's organic. That's cool. Hey, look, bats. That's cool. I didn't know about this picture. Ad break is over. Welcome back, everyone. We're just looking at my tote bag right now. Why does it keep thinking I look sad? Weird. Um, I want to get this one day. I think it would be cool. What else we got? We got a couple of mugs too. We have an enamel mug, which I think is awesome. I love enamel mugs. We got this one just has my face and my logo on it. Um, I still think it's really cool though. And then we got one more mug. This one comes in different colors, and I think all the colors are really cute. Look at the pink one. It's adorable. And the yellow one. Oh, and they come in different sizes? That's based. I gotta get one of these for myself. Um, alright, that's everything in the other category. Let's look at stickers. Stickers. But yeah, I got logo, icon of myself, TBH. I got a worm. You can buy that on a sticker. Um, I got beans. I've got soup. Rainbow Bobat sticker. This one's cool. It's holographic. Holographic sticker. Soup. Yeah, we got soup. Yeah, this one is a pair of bat wings and it's holographic. You can buy different sizes. I think that's so cool. Yeah, hollow. Look at it. Put it on your off-brand MacBook. What else we got in stickers? Oh, that's it. I gotta make more stickers. And then apparel. I got a lot of apparel. Unfortunately, one thing is sold out. Um, just because, like, I don't know, it's sold out. I'll explain that one in a second, though. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick. The bathroom. I will BRB. Just 1 second, and then we'll keep looking at merch. Hold, please. Hello. Sorry about that. I had to pee real bad. Also, I was gonna adjust something on my model real quick, but I forgot, so I'm gonna do that now. Sorry, I'm testing something real quick. You know how it be. We got that Redebut scuff. Am I right? Okay, that should even out my expressions a little bit. Actually, there's a way to do this. There is a way to do this. Sorry, I'm testing out expressions. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's go back to merch. Sorry about that. Okay, it do be like that. It really do. All right, let's look at sweaters. Um, we got some cozy sweaters. There's nothing on the back of this one, but that might change in the future. We got a pink one, we got a purple one, and we got a black one. I think it's the same with the other sweater, but I will look. Yes. Um, Ayo, yeah, I know it looks so cozy. We got this hat. I forgot what it was called. It's a hat. It's a hat. Um, yeah, it's this cool tie-dye hat, pink and blue, with a bat on it. Look at this guy wearing it. Look how cool he looks. So cool. Um, yeah, I don't actually have this, but it looks really nice. Bat hat. Hat, hat, hat. Yes. We got this tie-dye shirt. Look how fucking cool this one is. There's nothing on the back of this one. Here's the back. Um, on the front we got an embroidery. Oh yeah, the bat hat is embroidery. I forgot to say that. But yeah, this is embroidered on. Get yourself a tie dye rainbow matcha shirt. Cut it into a crop top, maybe. That would be a look. That'd be so cool. What else we got? Okay, here's what's sold out. Unfortunately, the bat embroidered beanie is out of stock. But you know what? I got my hands on one before they went out of stock. And it's cozy. It's so cozy. It's so cool. Um, why do I keep looking sad? Um, yeah, I highly recommend this one. I'll make an announcement when it's back in stock because I was super excited about this, and then like 2 days ago, they're like, "This item is out of stock," and I'm like, "Son of a bitch." Um, but yeah, I think it looks cool, and I hope you guys think it looks cool because it is cool. It's super cool. Oh, don't see this one yet. But yeah, we got a logo tee, we got a symmetrical icon tee. This one comes in black, gray, and white. Um I like the black one though. I think it looks cool. Look how cool this guy looks. He's got a shaved eyebrow, so he knows what things that are cool are. I can't words. Also, what are these pants? Why do they have so many pockets? What is going on here? Anyways, look at my shirt. Never know how many pockets you need. True. Very true. But yeah, we got uh same shirt, same colors. Um you can wear my bat face on your body. And we got the crop top. I'm excited for this one because I actually have this one too. It comes in gray and black and pink. Isn't that exciting? I have the pink one and it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. Um, yeah, I haven't actually worn it yet, but like more matcha crop tops for me. I should make more. I gotta make more crop tops. But like, um, oh, my caps lock is on. If you wanna suggest merch that I make, like if I made some art and you wanna see it on a shirt, why am I sad? Okay, I need to fix that. But yeah, leave it in the suggestions channel in the Discord. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Um, hey, there's the announcement about the Discord. But yeah, join the Discord. Leave a suggestion for any merch that you want to see. It's quite easy for me to make. But yeah, last thing on the apparel page is the cropped hoodie, which I really want. This one also comes in pink, I think. Yeah, very light pink. Um, yeah, I really want this crop hoodie. I'll probably get the black one, but it also comes in a gray heather. Crop hoodie, I know. I used to have a crop hoodie through Stream Elements, and I know you got one, and I always wanted one, so hopefully I can get one of these. Um, yeah, super exciting. Yes. I think that's all. Let's look at all merch. There might be some that's not categorized. No, that's everything. Not a whole lot. Um, I've been working on my shop for a while now, since last year. Um, but yeah, I would love to make more merch. I'll make it whenever I have a good idea for one, or if someone else has a good idea for it. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Sorry, I'm adjusting. What the heck is going on with VC Face? Oh, whatever. I'll mess with it after. Sorry, my model is being kind of weird with the expressions. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I would love to make more merch. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the Discord. I find that expression detection is really touchy. Yeah, like whenever I look at my chat, I turned it off, but like I put it on simple and it's not working at all. But like when I look at my chat, it thinks I'm sad, and I don't want it to think I'm sad so often. So just turn it off. Honestly, see it thinks I'm angry. For a second, it thought I was angry. Oh, there it goes. That's so weird. Why you don't use it? Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. I have buttons to do that. Like, I can just do this or this. Super easy. But yeah, that's my merch. Again, use code LAUNCH20 at checkout for 20% off. Go buy some merch. Go buy it. I worked really hard on it and it helps support me and it makes me really happy. And I wanna see my Bobats out there in the world um wearing repping their matcha merch. I think that'd be so cool. Um yeah, what else do we have to talk about today? I don't know. I'm gonna switch scenes. Do this real quick. We're gonna go back to just chatting for a bit. Hello. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Sad to say that I must lurk, body oof ouch. Oh, I'm sorry, Iris. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you so much for the overlays. And yeah, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you feel better, friend. You take care. Oh, and a Pepsi to go. Pepsi. Thank you for the Pepsi, friend. Have a good lurk. You take care. Um, I think I want to play a game. I think we should do that. Let me check some things first, though. Yeah, I might. I might. Game? Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm getting messages. Oh, it's about warrior cats. It is important. It's about warrior cats. It's about the new warrior cats book. No, I'm not caught up. Yeah, what do you guys think? Should I play a game? I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about, and I kind of know what I want to play. Music's so quiet. Oh, it's because the song is ending. Okay. Um, feel up to it. Yeah, I want to keep going. Um, I've only been streaming for not even an hour, and that took me. Honestly, I thought it would take me way less time to go through all that, but um, I think you've seen most of my scenes. You haven't seen um the ending scene is very similar to this one. The offline starting soon and BRB screens are all very similar. And then I have the long BRB screen. I have the words on stream scene with some really cute art on it. I'm gonna switch over to that one real quick so you can see the art. Look at the art. Look at it. Isn't it cute? I'm just sleeping. I'm just a cozy little guy. This was made by go follow Demo. Demo made the Sleepy Matcha. I still need to pay them for it because they forgot to send me the invoice. But it's fine. We are friends. It's fine. Yeah, that's that scene. I'm gonna go back to just chatting. I just wanted to show you. So I just think it's so cute. So cute. Um, I think now the music's really loud. What the fuck is going on here? I think I am gonna play a game. And I know what game I'm gonna play. I'm excited. Okay. Let's boot that up and hope that OBS doesn't crash. So far, so good. Okay. Yes, we're gonna play some Portal. Let's do it. Here's the Portal music. You can listen to it while I set it up. Is it working? Where'd it go? There it is. I'm gonna stay on special events category. Oh, just cranked my volume by accident. Yeah, I'll stay in the special events category, but we are gonna play some Portal. I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite games. And I want to play one of my favorite games for my redebut. So we're just gonna play some Portal until I want to end stream. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll adjust the volume as needed, though. Up.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed,
into the toilet.
And we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from Stand back. The portal will open in 3,
The portal.
2, 1.
Oh, there we go. Hey, there I am. There I am. Oh, this clipboard is tripping me up. And the broken mug. Okay, let's go. Let's remember how to play this game. Let's get through the door first. Struggling with that. Boop.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
Let's go.
However, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science material emancipation grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science weighted storage cube.
The weighted storage cube.
Please place the weighted
I hate
storage
this
cube on the
this one.
1500 megawatt Aperture Science Heavy Duty Super Colliding
Oh,
Super
not
Button.
yet. Next one. Let's go. This one.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock as the effects of prolonged...
Don't have volume, my headphones are dead, but have a fun debut. Ah, Rosie. Rosie. Send Rosie love. Rosie's great. Thank you, Rosie. I know you can't hear me, but thank you.
Exposure to the button are not part of this test.
Ooh. I have not played this game in a while. The controls are weird. Pop, 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 pop. I'm gonna drink some coffee. I still have like a full cup. Okay.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood
Back to work for you. Nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you too.
Is an unintended side effect.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you had fun and good luck with work.
Material emancipation grip.
You got this.
In semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
You got this. Pew, 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 pew. Oh man. Pepsi. Here we go. Let's get that portal gun.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid,
even partially.
Most importantly, under no circumstances should you... Please proceed to the chamber lock. Mind the gap.
Alright. Oh. Ooh.
Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time
So
to
gamer.
test it.
Why do I keep like rotating sideways so my wing is covering the new follower? That's weird. Also, if you see me just crouch, it's because I'm hitting my hotkey to reset my 3D model position. Because for some reason I keep rotating.
You're doing quite well.
Get rotated, idiot. Apparently. Oops. Oh god. Oh god.
Once again,
we're good.
Excellent work.
We're good.
As part of a required test protocol,
Oh, excuse me.
we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
Hiccup. Someone is spinning you in their head. Yeah. I'm being rotated in someone's mind right now. Wonder who it is. I wonder who it is. Okay. What are we working with here? Oh, there we go. It's not what I meant to do, but it works. And then there's one down here. Like in microwave. You're so right. You're right and you should say it. Oh. Radio.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, We will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
Goodbye, radio. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good ad break. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for rotating me in your mind like a microwave. Oh.
While safety is one of many enrichment centers, unbelievable. You,
Subject name here.
must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here. Ba ba ba. I love this game so much. So many. I love it. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a good day.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate. Good. Now use the aperture science unstationary scaffold to reach the
Sorry, I got
chamber lock.
distracted and then I ended up solving this puzzle. Not puddle. Yeah, I'm having a good day. I was super nervous before stream. I was very nervous. I was like, what if no one shows up? What if they don't like it? What if it doesn't work? But everything is okay. And I'm happy. And you guys are happy, and I'm just glad that you like it and everything is working. And I'm having fun.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure.
Soup.
Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record,
Yippee!
followed by death. Good luck.
Oh shit. Oh, I fucking died. That was the wrong move. No yippee.
A consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good
Here we
luck.
go. Yeah, we got soup. Into the soup. Now we gotta wait. Soup time, soup time. Where's the radio? Oh, there it is.
Very impressive.
I don't think I've ever done the
Any
thing
appearance of danger is merely a device to
with the
enhance your
radios,
test-
the Easter egg. Sorry, I'm adjusting the volume a smidge.
Experience.
Just a smidge. I need to adjust it a further smidge. There we go. I'm so happy. I'm having a
The
good day.
Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
Whee! Oh, I'm on the cube. There's a radio up there.
Fantastic. You remain
There we go.
resolute and resourceful in an atmosphere of extreme pessimism.
Yippee! I'm so resourceful. Babe, do you love how resourceful I am? She said sometimes. I love you.
Hello again.
Hello again.
Reiterate. Previous one. Momentum.
Momentum. Whee!
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does
I was
not.
ready too early. Where's the radio? It's like in the wall? Oh, it's up there. Interesting.
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
Whee! What? That's nauseating. Is the volume still like that? Sorry, I'm very picky. I have OCD. Hee-hoo. I genuinely do have OCD. I'm not just saying that. I don't want people to think, like,
The Enrichment Center promises
they're making an
to always
OCD
provide
joke.
a safe testing environment. In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
But yeah, I do have OCD. I hate this chamber a lot. I never remember how it works. There's so many buttons. Too many buttons. For my little brain. My little bat brain. What is going on back here? I need a portal up there. Nice. That did something. Oh, come on. Nice. Just in time. Nice, nice, nice. I'm such a gamer.
The
Yoink.
device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in.
Subject hometown here.
Damn. If you had the portal gun, would you sell it? I don't know what I'd do if I had a portal gun. I mean, I'd probably use it, but like, I I do need the money. And it is pretty. I think it'd just be cool to have. Okay, let's go. Does this game autosave? I don't remember. It does. Okay.
Get ready to fling yourself.
Fling
Fling into space.
Where am I flinging? Okay. Probably not a lot of practical use for it, so if you need the money. Yeah. Oh. It is very pretty. It's so cool. Oh shit. I missed. Whee! Oh, here we go. Come on. Whee! Oh. There we go. And doors up there. We gotta go here. Whee! Bonk. That's what I'm saying, GLaDOS. That's what I'm saying. Whee! Oh. I don't know why I'm moving so much. Hold on. Do. Okay, let's try that. Da. Okay, we're good.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An incubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Yummy! Yummy soup. Okay. Boop. And boop. Boop boop. Nice. Oh. Radio. Sorry, the game glitched a little bit. Nice. There's a button up here. Yes. Wants me to get that other cube, probably. This one. Blue. There we go.
As part of a previously
Let's
mentioned
go.
required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
You will be missed. Hold on, I need to see if one of my buttons still works. Oh cool, it does. Hello there. Sorry for jump scaring you. Okay, hold on. I need to try something. Okay. Oh. Two of them. Look at my eyebrow. Look at my eyebrow. Did you see it?
All subjects intending to handle high-energy gamma-leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
Yeet. Where's that? I don't know. We'll find it later. Whee. Oh, it's over there. Don't get hit. Okay, I need the orange portal. You can't zoom in this one? That's fine. Beautiful.
Very good. A complimentary victory lift has been activated in the main chamber.
Beautiful. We did it. We did it. Oh. I might take a break soon. My ass is getting a little sore. Oh. Coffee time. Yeah. I've been sitting for a while.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and grief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for
Shit.
helping us help you help us all.
There we go. Okay. Ooh, these fucking particle fields. There. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. Once it goes through there, we'll put a portal there and there. Nice. Nice. Okay. Oh god, I remember this one taking me forever. What's up here? I'm trying to fling myself. This one always trips me up. Oh shit. Yeah. Thanks. Shit. Keep missing. Why am I sideways again? What's going on here? VC face? Please explain yourself. That makes me super wiggly. Put that like halfway. Okay, well I hope that works. Okay, we're still doing this. Shit. I keep missing. There we go. I hate this fucking chamber. I might take a break and then do it after the break. But I want to try. Oh, big stretch first. Okay. I need to get over there. Is that fucking easy? Are you serious? That took me like 2 seconds. Why do I always struggle on that one? Oh shit, I missed. I missed again. Oh, this one. Okay. I forgot there's more. I hate this one. I remember last time I played this, I died so many times at this part. Oh! Jump! Wait. Hold on. Where did I come from? Where did I go? Where do I come from? Cotton Eye Joe. I'm going the wrong way. Wait, I'm confused. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Yep, into the soup. That's not a surprise. Alright, well, an ad's gonna start soon. So I think it's a good idea for me to take a break. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go on BRB. So yeah, take care everyone. I'll put some words on stream on. I'll see y'all soon. BRB, have a good break.
All the love tilde lurking while working tilde less than 3 less than 3 less than 3.
Hello, gamers. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around during the break. I really appreciate you. Even if you're lurking, I appreciate you too. Yeah, welcome back. We're gonna play some more Portal. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to say, but let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I will pause the music, and now let's get into the game. I fucking hate this map. or this level. It's so horrible. Oh shit. Immediately into the soup. That's great. That's awesome. Also, Minnie, I don't know if you're still lurking, but thank you so much for the resub. 26 months, that's craziness. Thank you so much, friend. I'm so confused. Okay, yeah, that's not where I want to go. Is it? No. What the fuck? Oh, finally. I'm saving. I hate that chamber so much. We're saving. Okay, where does this need to go? Where do you need to go, buddy? Oh. I hear a radio. Boop. Oh, there it goes. No? What is the... Oh, this... Okay. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh fuck. Nice, nailed it.
You can donate one or all of your vital organs to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for Girls. It's true.
It's true. It's true, you can donate them. That was a pain in the ass, but I did it. See, I knew a little break would clear my head and we could do it. Oh, my eyes are itchy. What's up with that? Sorry if my model goes funky. I can't see anything. I'm itching my eyes. Ooh. Okay. Ad starting soon. I might skip it since we just got back.
Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military
the turrets.
The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
The turrets.
Please put me down.
Oh,
Are
shit.
you still there? Rest not function.
Oh god, danger.
No hard feelings. Hello. Are you
Oh fuck. Oh, he landed facing me. Oof. Critical error. Oh.
there you are. Are you still there?
Whee! Oh. I was gonna try and get him to loop infinitely. But nope. Oh. Oops. Hold on, I have to tab out to do my shocked expression. Because when I do it tabbed in. It don't work. Oh, fug. Oh, shit. Very scary. Very scary. Do not shoot me. Oh, I bleed a lot. That's a lot of blood.
There you are.
Bonk! Oh, I missed.
Put me down.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
You still there?
Oh fuck. I've made a mistake.
Searching.
Bonk. Oh no. Oh no, he's still alive. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, okay. Where's... Oh no! No!
Could you come over?
I seem to have encountered a glitch.
Help. I don't blame you.
Oh, there he goes. There it goes.
Feelings.
Oh, there's a pile over here. Another handprint on the wall, too. Oh, fuck. Oh, this fucking guy.
Target
Bonk.
lost. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh! Rude. Very rude. Forgot about that. How do I get over there?
You are. Target lost.
I might need my cube.
Malfunction. I don't blame you.
Hello. Oh shit.
Search.
Wrong side of him.
Well
There we
done,
go.
And Android, the Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
Still need to ask Iris about that. Oh, the ad's starting? It didn't even give me the option to skip it. Okay, well. I won't. I'll wait till the ad's over to keep going. Sorry, guys. I would have skipped it if I could have, but it didn't give me the option. How are you doing? If you don't have an ad, I hope you're having a good day today. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing lovely. I still have coffee that I gotta drink. Yummy, yummy coffee. Ba 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 ba. Ad's almost over. Almost. Do 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 do. Ad break is over. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to sit through an ad. I couldn't skip it. But I would have if I could have.
The vital apparatus vent will deliver
It's
a
time.
companion cube in 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
This weighted companion
Yes.
cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
I love the cube. I love the cube. We need to. Oh, explosion.
The symptoms most commonly produced by enrichment center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The enrichment center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
Oh, fuck. I died. I gotta go backwards.
The enrichment center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
Okay. I don't. Okay. Well, we got one. Need one. Another one. Another one. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Where does this other one go? Okay, we can do this one.
The enrichment center
There we go.
reminds you that the weighted companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the enrichment center urges you to disregard its advice.
Gotta put it over here. Put it over here. Hello? Did I do the wrong one? I think I did the wrong one. Oop. Yep. I gotta place a portal somewhere else. This is fine. Do I need my cube? Oh, fuck. This is fine. Okay. Boing, 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 boing. Okay. Boing, boing, boing. Go all the way back over here. Be very careful. Let's go. Wait, I need my cube. Oh, and there's the handprint over there. Yep. Yep. Oh, what's this? Can I go in? No. That's okay. Looks like I should be able to go in there. Cube fit in? Oh wait, I have a portal gun. This game is called Portal. Did you know that? That's crazy. Anyways. Look at this sexy lady cube. The Girls of Aperture Science. I wish I had that calendar. Is it singing? I'm all perspective-y. Yes, I am 3D now. Welcome on in. Oh, excuse me. Welcome on in, Sparks. I hope you're having a great day today. We're playing some Portal. Just for fun. Because I love Portal.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital
Celebrate your
testing
partner's
apparatus.
birthday. Oh, happy birthday, your partner. I hope you guys have fun. And no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Fuck. Damn it. We're going to a really busted bowling alley. Nice. Nice. Bowling's fun. But yeah, I hope you have fun. That sounds great. And yeah, again, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah.
You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck.
Oh no.
However, it cannot accompany
No.
you for the rest of it.
No. Hold on. Oh fuck, wrong button.
Test and, unfortunately, must be euthanized. Please escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Oh, my eye's really itchy again. I'm crying.
Rest assured that an independent panel of ethicists has absolved the Enrichment Center, Aperture Science employees, and all test subjects of any moral responsibility for the companion cube euthanizing process.
I don't wanna. But I gotta progress the game.
While it has been a faithful companion, you
Sorry.
euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I regret it. I regret my actions. Okay.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion.
Hold on. I want to test something real quick. I just want to see how my body moves. Okay, yeah, we're good. Sorry, I'm still figuring
The
things
enrichment
out.
center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Cake. Yeah, I'm still figuring things out with my model, so thank you for thank you for your patience as I explore things and get used to it. Radio. Not a whole lot back here, just the radio. Just the radio. Oh god, that was close. That's a close one. Now we gotta go up there. How do we... How do I get up there? Like that, I guess. Were you going up there? Looks like that's the exit. Shit. Fuck. Into the soup. Into the soup. I gotta go up here. And then I gotta go right there. Yeah, I gotta hit that button. Hello, can I help you, GLaDOS? No? Okay. There we go. Oh, this fucking chamber. Okay. Oh god, okay. I really gotta use my brain for this one, so I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Relax, calm down. Did I get him? Oh, I just missed him. Hold on, where? Oh fuck, oh shit. Okay, I got one. I think. get this bad boy? Yes, we got another one. Nice, nice, nice. Another one right there. Also, it looks like my model is behaving. Yippee! Yippee! Don't. Got another one. Get him. Get his ass. Nice. Is that all of them? I think so, but how do I make sure this stays open? We'll worry about that another time. I think there's a way to open it. Maybe. Oh, I hate this one. Okay. This one's hard. Oh no! Oh! No, it missed! God damn it. Need to get it like right on the center. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Okay, we gotta time it. No! Fuck. It's so fast! Okay, okay. I'm thinking. I'm using my little brain, and I'm thinking. Oh, god damn it. This is fine. Excuse me. I'm not worried about that right now. So, oh, that's not what I meant to do. No! I fucked up. This is so hard. Okay. Okay. That's gonna go there. I don't know how to fucking do this. I'm gonna keep trying though. I feel so stupid. Can I like stand on this button somehow? That would be helpful. Oh, game lag. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, finally. I'm saving. Whew. That was so stressful. But we did it. Oh, my eyes. I'm allergic to something. I swear. My eyes are so itchy. Another button. Oh, into the soup. Brilliant. I love it. Okay, so that does that. How do I get that momentum? Momentum. Oh, here's where I want to be. I gotta get that cube. Go back out here. Oh, shit. I goofed it. Oh, I'm soft locked. Okay. We're gonna load my last game. Okay. Man, this test chamber is hard. Oh! I see. I see. I think the last time I played this, I did the same thing, where I just didn't realize. Ah!
You've got mail.
Zonko! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, raiders! Thank you for shouting out Zonko. Box raid, box raid, box raid! Hello, raiders. Welcome on in! Welcome, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Matcha. I'm a cyberbat VTuber who lives in your PC. And today I'm redebuting. These are all new overlays, all new models, all new merch. Check out the merch and use code LAUNCH20 for 20% off your order. But hello, I hope you had a great stream. You were doing Magic the Gathering. Very nice. I hope it went well. We're just playing some Portal right now. I'm having a good time. But yeah, it was good. I'm very glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Smile. But yeah, I'm so glad you had a good time. Thank you so much for the raid, friend. I really appreciate it. The draft pulls were crazy. I do not know what that means. I'm sorry. Okay. Gotta go fast. Yeet. Let's go. Gotta go back. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Happy Redebut
Oh
Matcha.
no, into the soup. Thank you so much, Demo. Oh my goodness. 28 months. Wow. Thank you, Demo. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you have a good day, friend. Oh, I gotta show you the scene that you made my little guy for. Hold on. Look at him. Just a little guy. I just knew it would be perfect right there. Yeah. Thank you again so much, Demo. I love it so much. It's so cute. It came out so good. But yeah, I love it. Thank you again, Demo. But yeah, have a good day, friend. Both of you, Demo and Zonko, and everyone else in chat. Have a good day. No, only Demo and Zonko get to have a good day. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I've been working on this test chamber for like at least 30 minutes. At least. Oh god, why is my volume so loud? Boom, 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 boom. Gotta go fast. Whee! Okay, we got this. Let's save. Get emotes from Matcha, then you get to have a good day. Well, my commissions are open. I love making emotes for people. I love it. I gotta make new emotes for myself. My art, like, some of them are just very old. Why did I come over here? This is not where I need to go back over there so I can press the button. This is fine. But yeah, I'm having a really fun day so far. Having a good stream, having fun, and thankful for all of you. Okay, we need to shoot the orange portal. Boop. Oh, I pressed my Windows key. Here we go. I got my fucking cube. My ad is about to start. Good luck, everyone. Need to get you to update my emotes. I would be happy to. Gotta do a mega lurk and head to work soon. Hope you have a fantastic stream and day, friend. Much love. Oh, thank you, Demo. Good luck at work. I believe in you. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by and doing some art for me. I really appreciate it. I can't believe that just happened. Yeah, y'all take care. There we go, finally. This one we need to flip. Oh gosh. Oh hey, a radio. I didn't mean to fling myself right there specifically, but it works. Orange. Oh no! It's fine. Blue. Orange. Orange, why am I moving so much? Why am I moving so much? Bruh. What is going on? Why am I... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Just go in the soup already. Like, when I'm going straight in the air, it's like moving me sideways. It's like controller drift, but with my keyboard. Is that a thing? I hope not. Fuck me. I may have to end stream soon. Apparently I can't play video games anymore. This just in. Uh... 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 Okay, don't panic. Oh god, panic! Okay. Blue.
Well
Oh
done.
god.
Be
Oh
advised
god.
that the next test requires exposure to
That was...
uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under
Gee,
certain
thank you.
conditions. For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
That was nauseating and stressful. But we did it. We did it.
Welcome to the final test.
Okay,
When you
yeah.
are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake.
Before any cake. I think... Because you go... It ends, like, right after... Well, not right after. But I think I'm gonna call it right here, honestly. I have to pee again. I've been drinking a lot of coffee. Game is saved. Yeah, we're gonna quit here. And we're gonna head to the ending scene. Because I don't want to wear myself out too much. And I don't want to beat Portal today, honestly. I'm not really in the mood to. So yeah, we're gonna switch scenes real quick. There we go. This is the ending scene. If you're at the start of stream, it's very similar to my starting soon screen, except for that stuff down there. It's a little bit different. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, I hope you guys liked my overlays and stuff. I don't know. I hope you liked them. I hope you like the model. I hope you like the new merch. Remember to check it out. Use the code launch20 for 20% off your order. I'll leave that up for like a month. I don't know. I don't know how long I want to leave the discount up, but get some merch with a discount. Also, if you join the Fourth Wall memberships, you get a discount. And if you join my Ko-fi memberships, some of the tiers, you get your name in my stream credits down there. So join those cool cats like Dano and Demo, and who else is in there? Faye and Minnie. Yeah, join those cool cats. Cool bats, I should say. Join the Ko-fi membership. I don't promo that very often, but check it out. It's fun. I love it. But yeah, we're gonna raid someone. Let's find someone to raid. Yeah, I had so much fun today. Okay, we're gonna raid a friend of mine. Okay. There we go. We're gonna raid my friend Lib. They are doing Lethal Company with crowd control. I don't know anything about Lethal Company, but it sounds like a nightmare, honestly. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming to my re-debut. Yeah. I hope you have fun today. I hope you have a good day. Um, yeah, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for coming and supporting me. And I will make the schedule for next week this weekend. And I'll see you next week. No streams this weekend. So yeah, I'll probably see you on Monday. But yeah, take care everyone. Have a great day. Bye bye.